Well, this is a kind of 2 video in 1. There is a new Tifa banner, and we are going to be pulling. But, as everybody knows as well, or should know, the official end of service announcement has been made. I'm just going to kind of combine these 2 into 1 video. No one really watches me, and I'm not really big in the Ever Crisis creator scene. You know, like well-known people come to for yada yada whatever. So I'm going to talk about that real quick. I don't have a lot to say, just a few thoughts. But if you want to skip straight to the polls, I'll leave the chapterization. So just hover over the video and see when the poll start chapter is. But yeah, end of service officially. What is it? October 6th. Right here. I'm sure you've seen it from other creators if you're here. October 6th, 11 Peeps. So technically, if you're outside that time zone or ahead, which for me it'll be midnight going into the 7th. So technically for me, it's closing at midnight the 7th. But anyways, yeah, official end of service. You can use red crystals, but you cannot buy any more red crystals. And we'll go to the shop real quick. You can no longer, you can't buy passes. I haven't picked that up for years. Can't buy passes. You literally cannot buy red crystals anymore. So, you'd think that, the game's officially coming out. There's no longer need to be, here's a big letter. There's one thing in particular I'm looking for. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Maybe it's this. No, it might not be that. Where was it? There's something about limited banners and even still with end of service coming out, this is part of the problem the game had. You literally can't buy red crystals. They have no product to sell. There's no red crystals. And they're doing this thing somewhere. And even still, they're gatekeeping limited time stuff. Even though the game has only a few months left to live. And they literally can't make money. You can't buy passes, you can't buy crystals. I really don't, is there even a single way to have them get money in this game? I don't think so. So I can't find it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it's just really weird that, yeah, right here it is. So it's this Festival of Gratitude poll, which I haven't looked at yet, I won't lie. During 3rd anniversary, you can get limited gear. I mean, I guess, but even still, one gear of your choice, but only up till February 27th. That's still 5 months outdated, man. 5 months of gear that, it's whatever. This is maybe their way of trying to earn goodwill for the game closing, but it just, to me, it screams the opposite. The game shutting down, you cannot sell a product. There's nothing for you to make money on. This just doesn't make sense. We'll go look at it, but I don't get this. You can't buy crystals, so what are they trying to gatekeep and sell future whatever for? I don't know. But, whatever. Anyways, the writing was on the wall. I think a lot of us saw this coming. I think people who adamantly fought against end of service were either coping or delusional, because again, the writing was on the wall. People were getting sick of the content or lack of. People were getting sick of the same characters coming out over and over and over and over. People were sick of the limited stuff, which again, even to this day with the game shutting down, they're still limiting the limited stuff heavily. And it's just the events were lazy copy paste. The way the game was going with difficulty was, in my opinion, really bad and annoying. And I had something else at the tip. The effort was down. Wallpapers, once wallpapers went static, that was kind of the beginning of the end, in my opinion. And then they went from static wallpapers to no new wallpapers at all. And it's just been a very gradual decline. I think anybody who was sane could see it. Now, of course, there were people going way overboard with end of service, like, oh, it's next week, you know, it's coming real soon, you know. There were some haters that were really into it. Two sides of the spectrum, really, you know. The copers, and then the really big demi-downer doomers. I mean, I feel like I was moderately in the middle, maybe slightly leaning doom side, but anyways, so yeah. Let's see. So here's the Festival of Gratitude. We'll get 10 of these tokens. Is it? So they do actually have. I don't know what these tokens are used for. Let's see. So is this just the gear up to February 27th is what we're looking at, which does not seem to be any too much new stuff. Like, yeah, that's just you know, a whiff in my opinion. Again, the game's shutting down and they literally cannot make money unless I'm forgetting something. They can't sell anything, or they're not selling anything. So I don't know. This doesn't even, like, none of this even stands out as new from other exchanges to me, you know? So, weapon parts, more vouchers for stuff that's like, who cares at this point? So, what's the stamp card? At least you're getting a 5-star guaranteed every time. At least there's 2 vouchers moving up to 12. So, I mean, they're trying, I guess. It is, like, really still WTF are you thinking, but, you know, I guess they're trying. Oh, but look at this. You can wishlist Fusion Sword. Ah, so you can wishlist some stuff. I mean, see, maybe we'll double pull here. Ah, okay. So that's a little better. At least you can wishlist the limited stuff here. Maybe up to February, so still missing a ton of stuff, but I mean, that's not terrible, you know. You get 2 guaranteed, a bunch of 5 stars. I assume the rates are gonna be standard. Doesn't say guaranteed anywhere, so. So anyways, my TLDR for end of service, it's a little sad. I originally never planned before this game came out to put a lot of time into it, and I'm just kind of addictive personality like that, so, you know, just kind of got drawn in, plus it was Final Fantasy. If this game was not Final Fantasy, and maybe not even 7 specifically, I would have dropped it so long ago. There was just a lot of frustrations this game had, but I also had good times with it. It was still fun at times. You know, there's still good memories. Polling was fun, even though I don't think I ever had major blow up luck anywhere along the road. But yeah, that's kind of the TLDR. Let's actually pull now. Here's the wish list. I just kind of have some stuff, some general stuff that I don't have a lot of. Of course, we're working on Tifa, the only weapon not OB10 that we can't wish list, that is. You know, so just kind of grabbing some miscellaneous stuff. It didn't really matter before, and now the game's ending, it really doesn't matter, so. I haven't looked at the stamp card. A bunch of festive tickets. 4 guaranteed, so OB3 guaranteed, that's nice. And then what does this do? Magic up all enemies. ATB boost, which is pointless. So the outfit's kind of meh. Looks good. Oh, that's one more thing I wanted to say real quick. This outfit was shown in pre-release footage. This outfit has been in conception for 3 years, and they finally release it the same time they announce end of service. That's wild. I cannot believe they held on to this for that long. And then it gets dropped with, to a lot of people, extremely devastating news. That's crazy. Anyways, puffy pants are a little weird, but it's Tifa, looks good, of course. We're gonna pull for costume, and eventually, I assume Tifa's getting at least one more banner. The closer we get to October, you know, then we'll pick a Tifa banner to just unload everything. Obviously, we don't need to hoard it, so. You know, there's still a few months left, so there's no point to going hey wild this early, but we will. There will be a banner where we spend it all. All right, good start. So we started at 95, and then we had 10 tickets just to see how long it takes us to get there. So that's 2 pulls, and we'll just minus 3k crystals at the end. There's a Tifa, probably guaranteed, didn't pay that close attention. I am very surprised the game did not make it to part 3. I thought for sure this game was lasting at least until part 3 dropped, and then end of service would come maybe a few months after that, you know? So I will admit, I'm a little surprised at how early the end of service came. I thought for sure they would try to milk it to part 3. And then, you know, with the whole part 3 fit system and everything, they would have tried to really push some hard stuff there. And then, you know, after that. Really? Or are these the new ones? These have to be the new ones. Those have to be the new ones. Doesn't she have another thing called Metal Knuckles? When we go to level that up, we'll see. Like, that she literally has another weapon called Metal Knuckles, does she not? Maybe it's just Metal Knuckle. Oh, that one was guaranteed. Boo. OB3 is the only guarantee, so we'll know how much extra we get at the end after that. Glenn is even on the wish list? I don't think so. Ultimaniac. Cool. Sick, man. Alright, there's one extra copy at least. So I haven't had that thing OB10 for years. Vincent and Tifa. The Tifa's guaranteed. One more and that gets OB6 at least. The thing is, like, I was already kind of autopiloting this game. It's just going to be even more autopilot. I might even tell my guild... Hey, a 3-pack. I might even tell my guild that... Like, I don't know if I even want to deal with guild battles, to be honest. Although, guilds have been broken for me. I don't know what it is. I changed the setting, and I don't think the game can handle it. I'll show you when I'm done. Oh my gosh! Of course, end of service comes, and I finally pull an ultimate. Do you know how long it's been since I've pulled one? This is, I kid you not, legitimately, maybe only my 2nd or 3rd ultimate weapon ever. New ones dupes. This is my 3rd ultimate weapon ever. My ultimate weapon luck was maybe the worst in the game. So, of course, they finally give me one when end of service is coming. And I'm talking about how little I'm gonna play the game. That's annoying. Anyways, I'll log on and do my dailies. You know, I'll do the events kind of the same way I have, where I just get on, do the daily stamina clear and some of the missions, and, you know, but like, the only thing I really put even a little bit of time into was guild battles, and so I might just tell my guild, I'm gonna either autopilot, or, you know, if y'all want to find someone else, I'll leave. I think I still need one more pull, right? But I changed this setting and it glitched. I don't know if it's the game or this setting. I turned this off, and ever since I did, the game and guild has not handled it properly. I'll show you what I mean at the very end, because I literally have to force quit the game to be able to do anything else. I still need 2 more steps, okay. Yeah, like, if I try to... I can't read messages. If I click the messages, it just doesn't load anything. And if I physically go into my guild, then I can't back out. The game just, like, soft locks. It's the weirdest soft lock, because I can click around in menus and stuff, but I can't leave the guild menu. I have to close the game. So I don't know what that's... Like, I didn't care for the... I don't know. Maybe it's because I turned it off, like, right at the end of the guild battle. I really have no idea, but... If you see, I'd leave that setting on if I were you guys. It breaks your game. Unless the game's just been having that problem and it was a coincidence on the timing. I don't know. So we spent 21K plus our, 24K. Little pricey, but oh well. Five-star luck was probably middling. That one Ultimaniac really sucks. I did get one extra copy of her. And we did finally pull an ultimate weapon again. That's absurd. I kid you guys not, I think that's my third ultimate weapon. I've talked about it before. Clouds we pitied. As you can see, 0 out of 1. Barrett's we finally have. One of these we have. This one we pitied. This one we don't have, sadly. This one we pitied. This one we don't have. 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 I'm telling you, I could not pull ultimate weapons to save my life. This one I don't have. This one we pitied. 0 out of 1. This one we don't have. 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 This one we pitied. This one we don't have. This one we don't have. This one we did pull. And of course, it's one where they gave us, this is the one they gave us like 150 or 200 free gems. This one would have been easy to pity. So of course, it's one that I pulled. I think this and Lucia and now Barrett's are the only ones I've pulled. Yeah, I have hers because we did pull hers. Don't have this one. Don't have this one. Don't have this one. Like, look at that. Do you see how ridiculous that is? That is only my third ultimate weapon pull since they've come out. That's absurd. Like, it actually truly is absurd. If anyone's had worse luck than me, I don't know. I did my dailies. I earned, most of the gems. Oh, that's for Tifa's? I got 200 for Tifa's. How much I got there? Nothing, of course. Might actually be able to get it from here, though. I don't know where these come from. Anyways. I still can't believe that I've pulled my third ultimate weapon when EOS comes. That's almost poetic. Again, if anyone thinks they know or have heard of anyone having worse luck, I literally just proved it to you. The only thing that I did not prove, per se, are dupes. But, all of my pull videos are up, or most of them. There's some stuff I've done off, but a lot of my heavy, big main pull videos are Tifa, and they're all up. So, you can, not that anyone would, but you can see that I am not capping. Oh, that's pretty big. That's nice. Too bad stuff that could, there'll be stuff. I don't know. This ultimate weapon maybe puts me into spending a little bit more effort in the game, but I haven't even got 140 to, actually I have 140 to weapon. Anyways, I've been asking literally every video and I never get feedback. So I'm not even gonna ask. Who needs feedback? In 3 months the game's over, no one watches these anyways, and then in 3 months no one will even have the opportunity to watch these anyways. Let's see, Tifa, she does have a metal knuckle, right? Motor drive, tiger, maybe she doesn't. Leather gloves, oh, Kaiser knuckle, that's what I'm thinking of. She did have a knuckle, but it's just the Kaiser knuckle. I didn't get any of this, that sucks. Where's the new weapon? So yeah, we'll see what happened with crystals. If I end up pulling on the other stuff, maybe I'll record it. There it is. Yeah, so we only got the one extra. $74K, pretty much $75K is still not bad. We can maybe go for fusion. Again, I'm not really big into clearing the content these days, so maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just keep saving so that when we go on one big dump, dump off Tifa banner. We'll just really get in there with it. But I mean, weapon parts we don't have to save anymore. You know, like, there's just, the flexibility is just up there now, so. Anyways, I don't know what the event is. I was kind of streaming. If you're interested, I'm streaming the Blue Lion route of Fire Emblem. I did the other two 7 years ago when the game came out. I was saying all these years, eventually I'll get to Blue Lion. And because of Fortune's Weave coming out and being related to Three Houses, I was like, okay, all right, I'll go do it, fine. So I did. So that's what I'm currently streaming. Still pre-time skip, so see this video within a couple days, you know. Try to stream Monday through Fridays. And yeah, you know, that's it for now. You know, again, I'll keep recording Tifa Pulls if and when there are more before end of service. And eventually we'll pick a banner. If not Tifa, you know, maybe we wait too long and Tifa don't show up and it's like October 2nd, you know. We'll eventually dump everything into something, you know, just have some fun with it. Do like an account documenting video, go over our stuff and whatnot. And yeah, so if you watched, thanks. Hope you enjoyed. And you know, there's no way that's a wallpaper, right? Like, no chance. Like, negative chance. Thought so. And yeah, you know, if you watched, thanks for watching. Those are the only 3 wallpapers I'm missing. As far as, actually, are those only? Those can't be the only 3. Those might be the only 3 wallpapers I'm missing for weapons. I might just weapon part them, because why not? You know, again, what do we have to lose? Anyways, my goodbyes always suck. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. End of service is sucky, but also a relief at the same time. It'll be nice to walk away from the game guilt-free, you know, without the FOMO and everything. So, doodaloo. Until the next one, if you pulled, good luck. And, you know, may you get whatever you want. May you also pull ultimate weapons. Again, I am really curious if anyone thinks they know or have heard or seen anyone with worse ultimate weapon luck than me. Because I know some people who've pulled 2 or 3 in one banner. And that was only my 3rd one ever. Ever.